start for the finals.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Awesome. Yeah, did you have you seen what the trophy cards are for the finals? It's really sweet. If you win, you get a first edition Neo Discovery Polytoad, which is amazing.
That's awesome. No, that last match was a great match. Watching that was fantastic. Um,
Grab some water. Get ready for this one. I feel like in this matchup, it's really important who goes first.
yeah, because you want to get that Tauros or quick, or to get the quick knockouts, which we were talking about before was like the only way to win this matchup is if you can like knock out a few ball picks before they can set up.
Yeah. It's important to note that I was talking to Ben. He does play a 4-3 line of the Ninetales, so he's willing to lose 1 to 2 of those because he wants to use Beacon.
Yeah.
And he wants to avoid using items in this matchup. I don't think he plays Dive Ball though, which is interesting to me.
I think he plays Ultra Balls and he can just Beacon for like every other card he needs. The Beacon. Steve and I were talking about how good Beacon was even in Andrew's match, like games 2 and 3. Like it was just so good, like to be able to Beacon.
Definitely. And it also gives him access to things like Orangaroo, and I believe he runs a Tapu Lele in there.
I think he plays 2 actually, because I don't think he plays any Shaman.
Shaman's on the way out. Who would have thought? I think maybe I set up once or twice today. It was a really odd feeling, to be honest.
I only had a few Shamans played against me actually the whole time.
Most of the time, though, when they came down, they were immediate Lysander targets for Trash Avalanche.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be something players are definitely going to be considering.
Table twice.
Try that again. Who's going first?
Zeely's going to go first.
Okay. So he's looking for that Tauros.
Here we go. We're going to start the finals of the Nick Bailey Open. Who would have thought Zeely?
Dude, Zeely the one-hit wonder right now. Nah, he's got it. He's done.
He has a couple of impressive runs under his belt. He beat Ross Cawthorn in top 64 to Nationals a few years back.
Yeah. He hasn't been playing in a while. But, no, he was playing a lot last night. He was preparing pretty hard. So.
For sure.
When you don't get a trophy at the first NBO, you're really thirsty for the next one.
Yeah.
You really are. Like, there was only one repeat in top 8, and it was Chris Rocher.
For sure.
So you think he's going for the fan club here?
I think so. His hand's 3 Sycamore and a Hex right now. So, he's going to go for an N.
I guess maybe he's looking for a Floatstone to try to run the Trubbish back, but I feel like you don't really need that until the second turn. I feel like he could have fan clubbed and maybe grabbed a Tauros and a Trubbish.
Yeah. So, what was your opinion? What was better today? Do you think Fan Club is better than Bridget? Like, 'cause I know you played the deck.
I think if you're playing 3 Lele, you want Fan Club because there were a lot of instances where I already had a couple Trubbish in the starting hand. I had Fan Club even in the starting hand, and I would grab a Lele off of that to hold for next turn. Because the deck plays so many utility supporters, you never know what you're going to need to find with the Lele.
And did you ever miss any energy disruption the whole entire tournament, or do you think the deck was like did you miss a Flare Grunt or?
I think against Ninetales perhaps, but I think that so much of the format is 1 energy attackers or energy acceleration. The only time you might miss it would be against things like Decidueye Plume. Getting rid of energies can be crucial in that matchup. But as we can see in Ben's deck right now, he has all those Aqua Patches, all those energies.
He also plays a 2-2 split of Broquettes, Brolet, Brooklet. I played it today. I should know. Brooklyn City,
Brooklyn City.
Brooklet, whatever.
The stream it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And 2 Rough Seas.
Oh, there we see that Bridget play. I would guess he's probably going to go for 3
Brooklet
Vulpix.
Hill.
Brooklet Hill. There we go. Thank you for pointing out your deck. Looks like he's going to go for 2 Vulpix and an Oranguru.
Rangu is really good in this deck. There's a lot of times where he would draw out of a bad hand or.
Oh, he had it in his hand. Okay.
Oh, he had 3.
Wow. This is a very strong opening.
He's gonna beacon for probably 2 alone and 9 tails.
He has a Aqua Patch in his hand. Looks like he has multiple supporters, and he didn't play a single item card.
This is crazy. This is why the deck is so good against Garbodor.
But I feel like it struggles with some of the other big decks, which, I mean, clearly Ben made the right call predicting a lot of Lele Garb lists were going to do well, but I've heard it struggles against Volcanion sometimes. It's very easy for that deck to hit 210. And I'm not entirely sure how the Mega Ray matchup goes.
He said the Mega Ray match was something he was very scared of going into the Ven. That and Sylveon.
That makes sense. It's very easy for Mega Ray to get that massive bench going, and it's also easy for them to snipe things out like the Manaphy by using a Lysander. Interesting, he opted to put the Choice Band on the active.
I would have thought the Choice Band would go on the Lele actually, because that's doing the most damage.
See, I thought maybe he would float the active and try to find a Tauros DCE, but I can't quite see everything that's in his hand currently. That's definitely a strange play. I think it's okay if you have an energy float stone on a Trubbish that turns into a Trash Lands Garbodor. I think it's great he has all 4 down. I wish I would have done that more. But
no, are we?
Oh, let's go. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going?
I think so. So we're gonna have to go. I'll find you another commentator. I'm gonna go, guys. It's great commentating.
Are you leaving too?
Yeah. I thought we were staying for the whole time.
That's okay. Just mute. Do you want to go find out?
We got Ben Sock on the left and Michael Zeeley. Okay. So I
we're
played
swapping
against I played against Ben, so he's playing that Ninetales deck. And Zeeley is playing the Garbodor Tapu Lele deck. Seen a lot of play throughout the whole tournament.
Yeah.
Ben's deck not so much, but as you can see, he's in the finals, so maybe he had a little something figured out that other people didn't with
Yeah.
this full picks.
He's really had quite the good run here. I saw him, Nick in top 4. Nick Campbell flipped 3 Crushing Hammer heads in a row on him, and he still won.
Still was able to
Still
pull
was
out.
able to pull it out. Really close game.
It shows how crazy cards like like the water patch, it helps him get that, and just the fact that Ninetales is able to attack with 2 different attacks with the DCE. You can snipe 50 anywhere, and then if you actually are willing to put the time and hit the Ninetales, he can just wipe it all away onto you and take some big play out.
Yeah, that GX attack really forces you to think carefully what you're doing, and really just kind of scares people into not hitting it. It's pretty intimidating.
So we got Zeeley shuffling right now. I believe he just searched something. He just played a trainer's mail. I'm not sure what he got. He's taking a minute to think of his options. That's an active Trubbush with 2 psychic energies on it, so maybe he's trying to maybe keep that an option for. Oh, he's gonna acid spray. Okay, he's not really doing much. Acid spray is the attack, right?
Yeah, that's
okay. As it goes over to Ben. Ben has the Manaphy gives free retreat to water Pokemon, correct?
Yeah.
With a water energy attached?
With a water. No, any Pokemon with a water attached.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like okay.
Yeah, kind of like Darkrai.
Darkrai, okay. He's gonna evolve to the Ninetales GX, put a double colorless on there. He's gonna have the option to snipe for 50 if he chooses to. Let's see what else he's got in his hand. Looks like I saw a water patch. Okay, he's just gonna go for the attack.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit the active. Seems good. Get the energy off the board, so you can't use the 2 energy for maybe some other play like the other Garbodor. If you wanted to use that attack, maybe that'd be better in a certain situation. He wants to. Okay, he's got a Ninja Boy. Oh, he's probably gonna go and find a Tauros here. Yeah. Ninja Boy is a very cool card. It makes people play around a lot of different things in the format, especially because this Tauros is out here. That what is it, Mad Bull? Is that what it's called? The GX Mad Bull. It's a crazy good attack. You have to really pay attention to what you're hitting into in these certain situations. They could just swap out of nowhere and just take 2 prizes, just like Zeeley's probably will do here. I mean, I don't see any other reason why he wouldn't. It's a perfect play. Cashed it in while this thing has damage on it.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna knock a DCE out of play. Oh, okay. What is it?
Oh no, it actually doesn't knock him out. I don't think.
It doesn't. What does it do? It does 30 times the
Oh,
amount?
I think yeah, but he.
Oh, he's saving it maybe.
Oh, I
think he used the
I
other
think he
one?
only horn attacked. Or
Yeah,
rage.
Yep. Okay. He's gonna play Rough Seas down and heal that damage down. He's on 80 now and 10 on the Manaphy. Still has that water patch in his hands hanging on. He's got 2 Ultra Balls. So full bench, so things like Tapu Lele and Shaman aren't really gonna be too handy here. There's discard pile. He's got an N in his hand. He may have just drawn that. I'm not too sure, but it looks like he only has like 1 card in his hand or something. Oh, he's got a bunch of cards. Okay. Just gonna play that. Set them back up to 6 cards in each hand. I feel like Zeeley's okay with this. The past couple turns are really going. He acid sprayed 2 turns ago, and then just horn attack this turn, keeping this Tauros scared because there is nothing. There is no way he can kill this Tauros this turn. So, well, I mean, he could. You could get a water patch on this and retreat if he wanted to, but that seems like a lie. He's gonna have to get a lot of cards. He's gonna need a water patch. He's gonna have to pay to retreat, another energy.
I think they'll be overextending a pretty good amount.
Yeah, I believe it would be too. I don't think it's going to be a play that's going to be good. It's not going to really be rewarded that well. So he has an energy in hand.
And Zeeley definitely made the right choice by just
use
horn attack.
yes.
Yeah, because if he would have gone in all in Mad Bull, he would have just got Matt Tauros knocked out for no reason.
Absolutely.
And now it makes it so that Ben probably doesn't want to use Ice Blade. He or not what's it called? Ice Path.
Ice Path.
Excuse me. He may still, but it's a little early, and he might consider. Yeah, he's got an Ice Blade. Or Ice Blade, yeah, 50 on the.
I'm gonna put 50 on it. I like that play. It's
I'm
definitely gonna be used to be attacked with today. He's got the DC already on it. It's a beautiful attack. There's no reason why you wouldn't be attacking with it. No weakness, so he can't respond with a Lele and just take 2 quick prize cards. So let's see. Zeeley's got a fresh hand here now since he's got ends. He's got a full 7. Looking over his options. Trying to figure it out. So he's taking a little extra second, make sure he doesn't want to make too rush of a decision.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time here in the finals. 75 minutes.
He's got a lot on his board. He's got a lot of different things. He's got things he can look at, you know. Got rid of that rough seas. No other tools or anything on Ben's side, so he can't get rid of anything else. And he obviously doesn't want to get rid of his choice band or his float stone on his side. That would be a little foolish of him. So he's just gonna,
Only a little.
Just a little bit. Let's see here.
I'm not even sure.
It's a cool thing to note how cool these GX Pokemon actually became like important plays in the format right now. You know, you see like the Tapu Lele is obviously going to be in close to every deck. I'm not sure about everyone, but it's a really good card. I'd really be surprised if it's not in most decks.
It has its use in pretty much every deck besides like Greninja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The GXs are a cool thing to play with in the Pokemon format. I feel it makes them really like risk and reward almost. You know, is this GX attack really gonna help me this turn?
Yeah.
Looks like Zila Lysander that up. He's gonna take. Oh, he's not gonna. Let's see, what is he doing?
He can't knock it out.
That's not. Oh, he has 210.
Yeah.
That's only gonna be two. No, what is
it'll
it?
be
150.
18.
Oh,
yeah,
because
of the choice band.
Okay.
So he's just. Oh yeah, I like that. He's gonna hit both, so he has the potential to put them in knockout range. Instead of he's playing around the ice path as best he can.
He could. Ben could Blizzard Edge this turn and just kill the Torsion Response, but I feel like Zelia is actually going to be a little okay with that because he's going to have these two damaged Ninetales. He's going to be able to come up and hopefully start attacking with the non-EX Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly.
Ben used the Kukui to draw 2. He got that energy. I saw him draw an energy. If he did not have it, he has it now.
Yeah.
It did not look like he had it, actually. It looks like he has like Verse Seeker in his hand.
He might have
There's
not.
a bunch of
All
trainers.
Right, so he does Blizzard Edge.
Okay.
Knocks out the Tauros. And Zeely's hoping to respond with a Trash Lance, probably.
Yes. Ben's been very cautious on playing trainers too. We haven't really seen him do much activity with the trainers so far. It's just been like steady attacks of the Ice Blade. I am a big fan of the Oranguru, actually. It wasn't a really. Cool. I didn't really see much of it today, but I do like the effect of like the option. Getting N to a low hand size, bringing it back up.
I think he's one of the only ones I've seen today playing it. Yeah.
There's not too many basic Pokemon in here.
I think the Mega Ray played it. That was in cut. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Reno played it.
I don't think Ben has too many basic Pokemon, so I think he just might have even wanted another basic Pokemon to start with, less mulligans, and it just lets you draw 3 cards if you have less than 3. So
you know,
it does seem like a cool card here.
It's got a 2. I think it's got a 2 or 3 retreat cost, and you could just retreat it with the mana fee. So you know
that's
really,
retreat cost really doesn't matter too much with it because of the mana fee.
He's not too much of a liability.
It is being shut down because of Garbodor right now, so he cannot do that. But can't retreat for free, but it is an option. I'm sure Ben plays a Field Blower. I'm sure he really wants to wait because the Trash Launch is going to add damage. He wants to wait until a crucial turn with that. He wants to be able to take the abilities away, but he has to put a trainer in his card pile. So he wants to maybe do something big. I believe he plays it. I'm not 100% sure. It's a very strong card, so I feel like a lot of people,
I assume, with
Garbodor in the format and stadiums being very popular, he might end up playing it.
Oh, he might be within range here. I can't tell. I mean, obviously we don't know how many items are in Ben's discard. I guess we'll find out.
Let's see here. I like Kukui a lot in this format. It's the added 20 is actually slept on a lot, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes a lot of difference now with Trash Lance. It's just a free item in the discard, pretty much.
Being able to draw 2 cards is an additional bonus. I think the card's actually very strong for the additional 20. I don't really think it's for the 2 cards. I feel like if it was...
The additional 20 is pretty crazy,
yeah,
especially with Choice Band now, just free 50 at some point.
With Choice Bands or things like in Volcanion where they have the Steam Ups, they can do really big plays. With this Kukui, add maybe like a couple extra math, like do 2 Steam Ups, then Kukui for 210.
Yeah, exactly.
From a Volcanion, it makes the math a lot better in tons of different situations.
Also, Zelia probably was Kukuing to probably didn't really have anything and was trying to draw some cards. He didn't end up attacking.
Yeah. He gave him the Trash Launch, which I like, you know, if it ends up being stuck there, it's going to be able to be attacked with it. Yeah, it's not something he's going to lose any plays on. Yes, Ben could Ice Blade around it, but maybe he even wants to kill it. It is a really powerful card. It's going to stop him from playing some of his trainers. He's going to play one here for a water patch. Be able to put an energy on the board. Might put it to the GCE damage 9 tills, or he might even put it to the clean one, start getting that one up.
Yeah.
It looks like that's what he's going to go for. Okay. I like that. Starting something new. He has 2 damaged ones. There's no really add too much commitment to them. The one has a DC on it is already being able to Ice Blade and Ice Path if it wants to. The other one having the 1 water. With pretty versatile with water patch and attachment if he wants to attack like that way. So I think putting it on the clean one was fine. He's gonna Sycamore.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
Adding 2 more trainers in there, which I don't really think he minds too much. I think he
Yeah.
wouldn't have done it if it wasn't that big of a deal.
Ben's been playing against Lele all day.
Has he?
Lele Garb.
Okay.
Oh yeah. It was a huge chunk of the top cut. There was, I think at least 4. Oh, hold on. Hello. Hey, what's up?
Alright, so Ben just drew a bunch of cards into Sycamore. He's playing, okay, the Rough Seas is very big here. He's going to be able to change the math on all these 9-tails and completely wipe out the damage off the Manaphy EX. So it's going to make the math a little bit more difficult to knock out these big GX Pokemon. Looks like Ben's going to be attaching a water energy to the active, which I like. It's going to be able to let him Ice Blade or Ice Path if he wants to in any situation. But now he is threatening a Blizzard Edge on anything if he wants to. Maybe he could be holding a Lysander and just take like a Shaman knockout, or probably the Tapu Lele since it's got the energy and the 50 damage already on it. You probably want to go for that instead of something so weak like a Shaman. But it looks like it's Zeely's turn now. He just Ice Blade the active. Wants to make him attack with it or just waste another turn, Okay. Maybe he's going to get a DCE, or not a DCE, a Floatstone. He put the DC on Tapu Lele. He's now Sycamoring for 7 cards, discarding a Psychic Energy. Play a Trainer's Mail. He might be digging for that Floatstone. I'm not too sure what he's looking for yet. Grabbed a Choice Band. Let's see here. Okay, he did get the Floatstone off of the Sycamore. So he's going to be able to...
That's a big Lele.
It is, yes. It is a big Lele. I'm not sure how big it's going to be. Let's see. He's got 110 just on the Lele, so that's 40. 150. That's actually a knockout on this.
Yeah.
9-tails, which is a big play.
Yeah,
big play for
absolutely.
Zeely. It's going to put him back tied 4-4. It's going to make Ben start making moves. He has to start doing something. He still doesn't have free retreat. That Floatstone is still on the Garbodor, so he might have to pay. Or does Manaphy have free retreat?
No,
already?
I think it's a 1 retreat.
Or 1? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants to do that so he can Dark Patch.
that's the only-
Not Dark Patch, Water Patch that water in.
Yeah.
He doesn't want him in.
I think that was the only viable target because he, if he were to retreat the 9-tails, he would lose the water that he's probably, wanting to. Oh, he's got a Floatstone in his hand, I think. Yep.
He is going to
he's
retreat
gonna
it. Okay.
discard.
Maybe he wanted the water in there so there's a possible Water Patch target. He does have that in his hand. That is okay.
20. All right, so he does take the knockout on his Lele here. 120. Yes. Yeah.
Perfect amount.
All
Okay.
right, yeah.
So Ben is going down to 2. And this Lele is very scary. It has no weakness. It's going with the DC strong on Michael Zeely's Pokemon.
It only energy drive doesn't get affected by weakness. Oh no, that's right. He's not weak.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot
Yeah,
about
Taylor
that.
is not weak to Trash
Anything.
Lance. So he can't just respond with a big Trash Lance after all these trainers
yeah.
he played. Zeely does have the energy on the Tauros, so he may leave the Tauros inactive to maybe have Ben Lysander around her, make some interesting weird plays that he might not be comfortable doing
Yeah.
in normal situations. But again, I feel Ben might have to go for it because he is at 2, so if he's able to kill the Tauros, it will be game over. So maybe he's just going to have to end up going for it in the end. That 9-tails on the bench could, it's Blizzard Edge, right? The 160, when he could Blizzard Edge for a knock on an EX Pokemon. Let's see. He-
9-tails if he wants to knock out a G.
9-tails if he wants to knock out a GX.
He needs a choice man if he wants to.
Well, yeah, have Lysander around it. If he has a Lysander, he would just bring up the Shaman regardless and just kill that anyway. It's been sitting there most of the game.
yeah.
It's He's gonna play that is that the stretcher? Is that what it's
Rescue
called?
stretcher.
Rescue stretcher. Okay.
Pokemon Retriever. I called it Pokemon Retriever earlier.
Pokemon
Because
Retriever.
it literally is
Okay.
Pokemon Retriever. They reprinted it.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much, essentially reprinted it. I called it Pokemon Retriever just out of habit from playing old decks, and yeah, no, Rescue Stretcher.
Could be Pokemon Rescue as well. Pokemon Rescue. Isn't it second effect just put a Pokemon back in your hand?
The first, it's either put one Pokemon in your hand or shuffle 3 into your deck.
Okay. So the Pokemon Rescue effect on the first one.
Yeah.
And then what you said on the other
Yeah.
one. Gonna put a Tapu Lele down. Can't use the effect because of the Garbodor in play. He might just want to be able to attack with it again. The attack is very strong. X-Ball. As a lot of you know what X-Ball does.
Zeal's in a pretty rough spot here.
He's gonna Ultra Ball away a Hexman. Double colorless. Okay, he might not need him. We have only seen, I believe we've only seen one other double colorless on the knocked out. Oh well, he attached
No, he had
two.
2.
So this is the third one gone. He's getting a Wobbuffet. See, and here's when we were talking about the Oranguru, even if Zealy decided to end, the Oranguru, you know, odds are Ben will probably have at least one card in his hand he can be able to play to draw an additional card, get to see 2 more cards from
He
his
does have to
draw
get the
step.
field blower though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting
No,
about
that's
that.
okay.
The Garbodor.
I mean, he probably. I mean, I'm almost 100% sure he plays at least a field blower, one field blower in his deck.
Yeah.
So I'm
Let's
pretty
see.
sure I've seen it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's actually kind of impressive that he's only been able to play 5
Oh, yeah.
trainers at this point in the game. He's made his deck very well and has been playing them very well around not playing them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big props to Ben for playing so well today during the weekend. This is
It's been
A1
pretty-
play at the best,
Yeah, man.
honestly. He's in his zone, as you can tell.
Yeah. He went through. I think he had to go through 2 Lele Garbs and cut. Pretty sure. Right?
Oh, wow,
In top
okay.
8, he played Nick Baker, and then top 4 he played Nick Campbell.
Oh,
So
okay,
he seems to be knowing this matchup pretty well.
Yeah, no stranger to this. He knows what he's doing against them all. We'll talk about that. Wait, what was the last one? Oh, I don't know what we mentioned. I love your list, by the way. Oh my god, we're so similar. He's gonna play a Lysander, or is it? What is? Is he playing
He's
it?
versus Secret.
Versus-
Yeah,
oh,
I would
okay.
assume he's. Okay, the Shaman.
Bringing up the Shaman. Let's see here. Does gonna have an energy just to win? I don't think he does it. Oh, maybe he's promoting that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's.
Did he attach this turn?
He has not attached this turn. No, he doesn't have an energy in his hand. He did, so it's just gonna be an Ice Blade this turn.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Ice
sense.
Blade.
And now Zealy's gonna have to get rid of that somehow, or he loses.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And unless he.
And he
unless
only
can-
has 1 DC left, as we talked
Yeah,
about earlier, so
absolutely.
he has to find that last one.
Yeah, and if it's not, it could not even be in his deck.
He's gonna have to get a. Even if, actually, I don't think there is no way to kill this Ninetales. But if he found a way to kill the Ninetales, he would
Yeah.
have to worry about Ben just finding an energy. You know,
Yeah.
I hate to call it too soon, but it does seem like this is gonna be a game 1 for Ben.
Yeah.
Doesn't really seem
absolutely.
there's too many options Michael has left.
Yeah. I mean, even if Zealy's able to get.
Oh,
he does have
okay.
the Sky Return.
There's
I was
the
gonna say,
out.
even with the Sky Return, he's not in a very good board
Yeah,
position right now.
he's
There,
not.
You know,
The Ninetales is potentially swinging for 190 if he can just find that energy and just killing any EX Pokemon on his
Yeah.
board and just winning the game that way. He's gonna Sycamore, okay. Discard,
excuse me.
discarding some stuff. Let's see. Okay, didn't look like. We saw Zealy nod there, the little grin. Doesn't look like he got what he was really looking for, but he is still technically in the game. The game is not over, so he still has some plays left. He's going to promote the Garbodor, it looks like. Now let's see. What is Ben just? Ben just drew a Verse Seeker, I believe. That's what he drew. So he doesn't have the energy, so we can't just slam down like the Lysander and the energy.
No.
He has an Ultra Ball in his hand. He might play in some cards like Sycamore, find something. Not too quite sure. He's going to be adding trainers, but at this point in the game, I feel like adding trainers might be a little okay. Oh, there's the field blow we were talking about. Oh, that was big because now the guard is actually stuck in the active.
Oh yeah.
So now it's just he has to get this out and avoid Ben getting all the cards that he needs to just win the game outright. Yep, he's just gonna probably just use Ice Blade on something.
Yeah, I like that move. Because now he can knock out the Garb next turn, and if Zelia can't get it out of the active the following turn, he just will Blizzard. What's it called? Blizzard. I can't remember the name.
Blizzard Edge.
Blizzard Edge. Yep. Blizzard Edge.
I asked you what it was earlier.
I can't. I don't know. I'm losing my mind here.
That's alright. We got it. We figured it out. Now let's see here. Oh, he has another float zone. Put it on the active. Okay. So basically now he's really in the same spot as he was last time. Besides the other tool off of the Garbiter, I believe it was the other target it went off of. Did they?
Who? Andrew, and then Chris is still here. But even if Chris were to leave, you can go with me. We have a spot. Okay.
I see Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris is still here, but.
He's retreating. Okay.
I think. Did he play?
Oh, did he play Escape Rope? I heard retreat behind me, so I just kind of went along with what Dustin said. Fall in the crowd, not the way to go. Oh, okay. So Zelia Lysandered it. Okay. Oh, that was a big draw. Drew what he needed actually.
Oh, yep.
But
Oh, he's got the Lysander.
Yep. Manaphy's not in play anymore actually.
But he can retreat. He's got a 1 retreat cost.
Oh, is it a 1?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Ninetales seems like a really light Pokemon. One
Yeah,
makes sense.
All right, so Ben takes game 1.
Okay.
Pretty exciting. Even Michael almost made a comeback.
It came back. It always comes down to like the last turn. If Michael had one more turn, he very easily could have pulled that off. Even though he was
Jimmy,
behind.
you want to jump in here? Yeah.
He was behind most of the game, but it just takes one extra turn. The EX Pokemon being able to take 2 prize cards when you knock him out, and Zelia using Trash Lines, leaving him active, it puts the prize trade in an off position, so it makes everything a little bit more awkward. But Zelia was able to pull a couple things together, at least make it a game. He's going to be able to have the option to go first or second on game 2. I believe he'd want to go first. We now have Jimmy McLaren here.
What's going on, guys? How's it going?
Man, the myth, the legend himself.
It's a pleasure.
It is. I'm honored to be sitting next to him as we're sitting here waiting for them to shuffle up. Shout out to, what is this place called again? What's this place called again?
In the Zone Gaming.
In the Zone Gaming? Shout out to In the Zone Gaming for hosting this wonderful event, everyone.
Yeah, it's
We raised
been
over
wonderful, honestly.
$1,300 for breast cancer awareness. Nick Bill was an awesome second hand.
Brain cancer.
I'm brain. What did I say?
You said breast.
I apologize.
It's okay.
Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah, 2 C's. It's okay. It's
yeah,
fine.
it's fine.
Happens. It's been a long
Very,
day.
very nice event we had going on here. How many people do we have at this? In total,
So I think 63. I think.
63.
Yeah, maybe no, it was 64. I think there's a late ad. So there was, I believe. So I guess it was maybe probably 52 masters.
52, you said?
Yeah, 3
Okay.
juniors and 9 seniors. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What a great turnout.
Yeah,
honestly.
I heard last year they didn't have any juniors. The fact that juniors are coming on out and supporting this cause is awesome.
Yeah.
Every help we can
it's
get,
great, honestly. It really has been cool here today.
It has, yeah.
New set just came out.
It did, yes.
I mean,
They're all
we have
out
some
here.
big names here. We have Ben Sock, multiple-time Worlds competitor. We have Michael Zelia, also has played in Worlds. I mean,
Andrew Mahone was playing.
Andrew
here.
Mahone
Yes,
was in top
very,
4.
very
Just got
good
his Worlds
player.
invite today. Congratulations
Yes,
to him.
congratulations, Andrew Mahone.
And yeah, I mean, these are some really good players trying to figure out the new set.
Is there
Yeah.
Shout out to Kemony too for is that did I say that right? Shout out to
Thank you
Kemony
so much
for streaming this
stream.
and sharing the event for everyone.
Yeah, this
Very
is great.
awesome for you to do that.
And looks like we're gonna
game's off. Okay,
Yeah, we're getting right into
taking
game
off.
2.
Oh, I'm stepping on my sandwich.
That's no good. All right, we got the first turn. Zelia is going to attach a Psychic and a Band, and he's going to Kukui for 2.
Okay.
So this looks like a relatively weak start from Zelia. Kukui obviously can't give the damage boost this turn, so the reason Michael would play it is for the draw 2 effect. So also going to start with a Lele, which is an out to getting out of a bad hand, perhaps getting a supporter. So yeah, looks like Zeely is on somewhat of a weak start. We have Ben here playing Ultra Ball. At the very worst, he'll grab Tapu Lele, I would imagine, to grab a supporter. At the best, maybe he grabs another Vulpix to like fill his board. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna take this Lele. It looks like has the Bridget to the front of his deck, so he's gonna Lele for the Bridget. Just a guess. Seems there is a time limit, so they want to make it as clean as possible.
Bridget's a very very cool card. Actually, when I first read Bridget, I didn't really think it was going to be that powerful a card, but now that Tapu Lele's come out, being able to set your board up like that or find another, you can search for one GX or EX or 3 basic Pokemon, correct?
I believe it's EX.
Just EX, is
Yeah.
it? Okay.
There's no
CX probably
stipulation
wasn't
for
out
GX.
then? Okay.
So,
What makes it so strong right now because GX wasn't even a factor at this time.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. So it looks like Ben is going to get
Boom.
2 more Alolan Vulpix and an Oranguru. So this is a pretty solid start as far as we know. We see he has an Ultra Ball, a Field Blower. I couldn't make out the other cards, but
He's got a beacon.
he's going to Beacon.
Okay.
Vulpix is energyless attack. You can get you 2 Pokemon added to your hand, shuffle up. So it looks like he's yeah, he's,
too. So he might not have a supporter for next turn.
yeah. This is interesting, honestly. I guess maybe he's gonna save the Ultra Ball. What he could do is he could Ultra Ball the Ultra Ball he has in his hand. He could play it for Lele again next turn. But this is pretty clean, honestly. He's gonna get it through the Beacon. He's gonna be able to use the Ultra Ball maybe to get another Ninetales. Okay,
so now
Zeely's got a
Zeely has
Lele.
a supporter as well. I was kind of worried there for a second, but Zeely is going to be able to take a knockout this turn as well. That's Tapu Lele's actually, right? Yeah, he's going to start being
Yeah.
able to take a knockout.
Ninja Boy. Oh,
Okay. He might get a
Oh,
Tauros.
he's definitely gonna go for Tauros, I think. The
I would.
band, the 2 Psychic. Yeah, it makes sense.
He's going to start hitting for 90, and they're going to have to make Ben make some interesting plays here. Again, like we were talking about, playing around this Tauros is always a little bit of a tricky situation. You know, some people don't ever want to attack into it because of the Mad Bull GX
Yeah.
attack. You can just blow you
So much
out.
damage.
A ton of damage. Yeah, it actually. Did we see Zeely attack with Mad Bull last turn or last game? Did he do that?
I don't think so.
I'm not sure if we
not
saw
sure.
it, but
He's definitely been doing it all day. I mean, he's
yeah.
he's got multiple Tauros. He's very committed to this game plan. But Ben, after losing his Vulpix, is going to get 2 Ninetales out in the same turn. This is really strong. Zeely did not have the end to follow up, or I guess he elected not to take the end because he used Tapu Lele's ability. So I guess he went for the Tauros instead of the Lele, just trying to improve his board position. I don't blame him. I mean, Tapu Lele with just the 2 Psychic and no energy on any of Ben's guys. I really don't blame him for making this play, but
Yeah, neither do I.
every play has opportunity cost, and
I feel like Zeely's hand is not bad either because if he didn't have any other
Yeah.
follow-up supporter,
I
he
agree with
probably wouldn't have gotten Ninja Boy from that. So he probably has some type of supporter in his hand. He'll be able to start filling up his bench, getting some other options, seeing more cards. Looks like Ben did 50 to the Tapu Lele on the bench. I like, you don't really want to attack into the Tauros like we were talking about. It would just be a big downside. Wouldn't be able to knock out the Ninetales.
this
but,
is not the bull you want to grab by
yeah,
the
yeah,
horns.
you would just be able to heal it. It'd be, you would waste your GX move for nothing, and then you would just knock out, lose your Tauros.
There's the end from Zeely.
He's gonna get 5, which is fine. He's a little bit ahead, but that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to get this Tauros out. You wanted to start putting pressure on those Ninetales. It is his main attacker, the Ninetales. So if you could just take one out real
Yeah.
quick, I feel like little things like that could actually end up helping him in the long run. He doesn't have the best start like you were talking about, but if he ends up setting up that Ninetales potential might be a big thing. Not being able to attack with another one.
And I think one very interesting thing to note is that Ben is almost religiously holding his item cards.
Yes.
In anticipation of that Trash Avalanche attack
Mm-hmm.
that we've seen so much today, and Ben has seen so much of it, as we said, or as I believe Natalie said. Ben has played against Trash Avalanche Garbodor in both top 8 and top 4, so now he's playing against it again in the finals. And there's the Aqua Patch, but Aqua Patch very necessary to Ben's game plan. But for the most part, he's just content with just attaching energy and attacking. I mean, he's got this Tauros. It has to go down at some point. Yeah.
I like the setup from Ben.
I do too.
I feel Ben is in a pretty nice spot. He's just gonna put 50 on the Shaman.
I don't hate it.
I don't either. There's not if Zeely decides to attack into this Ninetales anymore, he could just remove all the damage with
Yeah, it'll
the
be exactly
attack.
180 because he would use he would actually one thing Zeely could do here that's interesting is he could use Soros's first attack rage to do 50. So if he does 50, that will put Ninetales to 140 damage. And this will make it so that Ice Path will only be able to move 140, whereas if Ice Path was hit by Horn Attack,
You gotta
then
get some of a smile.
if the Horn Attack did 90, then it would have 180 damage on the Ninetales, and then Ninetales would be able to use Ice Path to kill the Tauros.
I like what you're saying. So you think you should potentially rage here?
If he's going to hit it, yeah.
He should not yet. If he's going to attack into it, he should not use Horn Attack for 90. He should probably just do Rage for 50.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to Ninja Boy again.
Ninja Boy again.
Tag that out. What is he going to find here?
Maybe Tapu Lele. That would be 110. That would add to the 90. That would be 10 short. I don't know if it's going to be Tapu Lele. He could also use the Tapu Cure GX attack to heal both his Tapu Lele and the Shaman if he chooses to. Now, I don't know if this is the strongest play. The Wob, okay. So the Wobbuffet is going to do 130. This is going to be a knockout, actually. And Ben's going to be unable to use Orangaroo, as well as any other abilities he might want to use. His other Tapu Lele. Yeah, I really like this play out of Zeely. One thing I like about Tauros decks is their ability to slow the game down. A lot of reactive cards, a lot of situations that make your opponent play the game differently, and Wob is no exception. So Zeely's going to go down to 3 prize cards here. Ben is going to promote the Ninetales into the Wobbuffet lock. Looks like Ben has a Tapu Lele in his hand he's going to be unable to play.
Yeah, under Wobbuffet you can't play Psychic.
Oh, it's a Psychic.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm so used to in the video game all these Tapus are fairy types.
Oh.
So it's strange that they all go with their subtype: Psychic, Lightning, Grass, Water.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that's my apology. All right,
So
so
N's going on, it's
he's
gonna
just gonna go with
send.
N. He has N. He likes it.
That's very funny. He's going to send Zeely down to 3 cards. Zeely has a very full deck. So as you can look at his discard pile, he hasn't really played too many cards. So finding maybe like a Sycamore or something that you actually be able to use better cards will be a little bit harder. Ben is getting a full 6 cards here, so you're going to have a lot of options potentially.
I'd like to see him get another Vulpix. I'd like to see him
Yes. Yeah, that is really what he needs
get
right
something
now.
else. Because really, all of his eggs are in one basket here with this Ninetales.
Oh, he's going all in with this 9.
All right, he's got the Rescue Stretcher. That's huge. He drew a Ninetales. It looks like maybe that's a Glaceon. I can't tell. But if he wants to, he can pull this Vulpix back.
He likes
okay,
that,
yeah. He's gonna take the Vulpix.
Like that one that they killed earlier. He's gonna still have it in his deck. I believe he has the 9-tails in his
Yeah,
hand.
it certainly
actually.
looks like it. This is a pretty strong turn from Ben. One other thing about Zeely's board now is he has no energy cards on his board. Even if he has attached a double to this Tauros, one more energy from Ben will be a knockout due to the choice band. So, yeah, this is kind of a precarious position for Zeely, even though he's up 2 prize cards. Losing the energy attachments is kind of... It's tough because Ben not only has 2 energy on the board, but he has access to Aqua Patch, he has more double colorless energy, so I'm really looking forward to see what Zeely does in this situation. Okay, double on the Tauros. I think you kind of have to do that, honestly.
I agree.
He's thinking...
Do you, here's a weird thing.
Sure.
With the new introduction of Choice Band does 30 more damage, none of the added HP effects. Now, do you think with Tauros, do you think maybe Fighting Freebolt might be a little bit better so you can get that more HP, so things like Ninetales can't just blow you out like that when you're trying to like have people play around the Mad Bull? Do you think maybe that might be a little bit stronger? Do you think people might be wanting to add that, maybe even like a split of Choice Band and Fighting Freebolt in this style of a deck?
I think it's possible. I mean, it's very early. I mean, today I believe is
Like the first thing
yeah,
to
I think it's
set,
the
right?
first legal day for Guardians Rising. So, I mean, it's early. A lot of these players, not just the players here. I mean, Ben's playing Ninetales, which hasn't been as hyped as say the Garbodor deck.
Right.
But they're trying everything. They're trying new things, and honestly, I think as the metagame and the format gets more defined, I think sure, why not? I mean, if people start playing one, maybe no Field Blower over time, why not play Fighting Fury Ball? I mean, you wouldn't get punished. So I do really like Fighting Fury Ball on Tauros. It's almost like an extra obstacle for them to deal with, and if at any time they go above 180 damage and they don't have a Field Blower, it's almost like the belt did its job and kept the Tauros alive another turn. So here we see Zeely, Trainer's Mail. Did you see what he grabbed?
I believe we grabbed an N actually.
Okay.
Off of it, yes.
So he grabbed an N. He's played Sycamore this turn,
Yeah.
so he obviously can't use it. But
Probably just wants it for like
Yeah.
next turn, or maybe he has an Ultra Ball that he just wants to
Deck
discard it
filling,
or
maybe.
something.
Field Blower, okay.
He's gonna get Field Blower from this turn. He's gonna play the Field Blower.
Get rid of that choice band. So now,
He has to have a choice band to knock out this
yeah,
Tauros.
Ben needs another choice band and an energy,
yep.
preferably a DCE. If it's a water, that's going to be an interesting situation because then he won't be able to keep chaining the Ninetales' 160 damage attack. We see Ben draw Sycamore. He already has his Versus Seeker and another Sycamore in hand, though. So
Sycamore wasn't. He had that Ninetales that we were talking about last turn. Looks like Ben's just gonna
he's thinking about it. I think he really wants to get a DC and a choice band. I think that would be huge. I don't know what Zeely could do, as the Tapu Lele's attack would only be able to hit for 80 after discarding the DCE. That he would presumably find, and that would put Ben to 140. Even a choice band would only be 170. So if Ben gets a DC and a band here, he's just going to go with the N, the more conservative route. But if for some reason he were to get a DC and a band here, I don't know if there's much Zeely can do. I mean, the Ninetales will have 60 on it, which is not enough to use the GX attack, but it is something, and it's a threat if Zeely were to even decide to poke it a little bit. And he would, again, take all the energy off the board, so... are the odds likely that he gets it? I don't think so. I don't think it's likely he gets the band and the double colorless, but it would be game breaking. So
it would be
see.
game breaking.
I don't see a double colorless. I
Yeah.
see Aqua Patch.
There's a water in his hand as
Yeah.
well. I think I saw Lysander, Ultra Ball.
I think Versus Seeker was in there also. I could be wrong.
So for this turn, not besides the energy, he has no. Was there no waters in his discard pile?
I don't think so. No, because he used he discarded the double colorless off the first attack.
That's right.
And when Zeely killed the Alolan Vulpix, there was no water on it. It was just minding its own business. You know, he used Beacon, and that was it for Vulpix. So
as for this turn, Ben doesn't really have too many plays he's going to be able to do here. He could attach the energy, but I mean,
it's not a knockout.
He might want to put it on the benched one so he can start building that one up a little bit more and just. Yep. Okay. There we go. We're going to see that now.
I like this play a lot for Ben because now he can snipe for 50. We won't see the GX attack for this turn. There's no way he would use the GX attack as Mad Bull could get activated. So Ben's committing to doing 50 somewhere. Probably Shaman. I could see an argument for the Tapu Lele that has 50 on it, but I would say likely Shaman. Okay. Yes. All right. I faked this out there.
Yeah, I'm faking this. I thought he was going there too.
All right. So he's going for the Shaman. That makes sense. 10 away. I don't see how Zeely is gonna be able to pick this Shaman up. So that looks like that'll be 2 prizes for Ben. And yeah, it looks like Ben's kind of going with this 2 Ninetales game plan, a longer game plan, to where he can kind of use the snipe attack to pick things off now. And that Ninetales in the back will probably be able to do 160 at some point, especially after this Ninetales dies and loses the water energies. So Zeely's looking through his discard. Yeah, I'm not sure what Zeely can do here. He does have a DC on the board, which is big, but Tauros has no damage, so...
So it's not that big. You know, he's only be able to Horn Attack for 60 or Rage for 20. And like you said, he doesn't really want to put too much damage into this Ninetales because then you'll just be able to wash it all away. Waste your turn and take 2 prizes. That's real big while having 50 on the Lele and 100 on the Shaman. That would be very big. So we might just see something a little like simple from Zelo this turn. It's
Versus
just
Seeker.
Yeah, it's like a Rage. He's Versus Seeking right now.
N.
I think he only has N. I think that's why he's grabbing that. Oh, he'd play Sycamore last turn.
He has Sycamore, he has N, he has Ninja Boy, and he has Kukui.
Okay.
So he's going to grab Sycamore. I do like this play from Zeely. He needs something. I mean...
Not too many strong plays with Ninja Boy here.
No.
Kukui's probably not going to find you what you need. Sycamore seems fine.
Gotta get a Trubbish down. I mean...
Yes, he's
It's almost like we forget this is a Garbodor deck. I mean, Garbodor really hasn't made an appearance yet.
Ninetales just takes it right out of this matchup.
Yeah, honestly, it's difficult to establish the Garbodor with the Ninetales Snipe, and also the way Ben's playing. I mean, Ben's not really playing any items. There's not really much damage to be done, but still, I mean, you dedicate so many of your spots to Garbodor. You build your deck around it, and being able to attach for 1 Psychic as opposed to using these precious double colorless energies,
It looks like Zealy's gonna try and go for like a
Maybe a
escape rope or
yeah, or
a
a
float stone, so we
stone.
can pick this shaman up just so we
Just
isn't-
anything.
Yeah, isn't 2 free prizes, and I don't blame. We got
There's
the
the
float
float.
stone. Very nice. Very
that's
big turn
big.
here. Now Ben has wasted 2 whole turns putting damage on that shaman. And he's gonna be able to put that DC and the shaman back in his hand. Obviously, 2 very strong cards. Gonna let him draw cards for next turn and have a DC, the best energy in his deck.
I think it's important to note though that while Zealy is going to use the Sky Return here, I can't really fault Ben for the approach he took.
Okay, go on.
I think that Ben, in hindsight, even knowing that there's a chance that Zealy would get a float in and double colorless, it's a 2-card combo.
Yes.
And if it didn't happen this turn, that shaman would have been down, and that's 2 more prizes. So
he's making Zealy play.
Yeah,
he's making him do things that he probably doesn't want to do. Like he probably wants
he's
to do
forcing
something
him.
else.
Yes,
this turn.
exactly. So now Ben, honestly, even after that whole Sky Return interaction, Ben is kind of gonna get the first punch in here in this next little fight. He's gonna get to choose where this game goes from here. I think. While Zealy has less prize cards, Ben has the attackers, and if he wants to kill this Trubbish, he can. I would think he would use the GX attack to move. It seems like a waste, however. It's a pretty clean KO. It puts Ben at 4 prizes. He just needs to take 2 EXs after, or GXs rather. So I would say don't be surprised if Ben uses the GX here. It's also possible that he would continue his 50 snipe game plan. However, this Trubbish could turn into a Garbodor.
It could, yes.
If Zealy would want another Garbodor after this Trubbish were to go down, it would involve benching another Trubbish, which is another turn. It takes time. So
now he can threaten if Ben might be looking for a rough seize here so he can put the damage off of it. He's at 90 on this Ninetales, so if Zealy were to find the Choice Band, Trubbish, and Energy with the 5 items in this card pile, he could not. Oh, he's just gonna use the GX thing,
right.
wipe it away. Okay.
I really like this play.
I like this too. He's gonna go down to 4. He's gonna go to an even prize card trade, so he has to kill 2 more EXs or
It's
GXs.
clean. I mean, he heals the Ninetales. He takes the Trubbish out.
Yep.
He goes to an even prize count, as we know. The very annoying 7 prize game that you can play when one of your Pokemon that only gives 1 prize is knocked out, and then you never give your opponent another Pokemon that only costs 1 prize, only GXs, EXs.
That's right.
Your opponent is going to knock out 7 prizes worth of stuff, even though only 6 of them will count. So Ben is in the clear now. There's not really much Zealy can do to force a 7 prize game now. And yeah, Zealy's gonna grab a float stone off this trainer's mail. To be honest, I'm not really sure why he Sky Returned into the Trubbish. I almost would have preferred maybe a Sky Return into the Tauros. I know it's a little aggressive, but it forces a Choice Band and an attachment out of Ben. Ben could not have used the GX there, and I don't know. I'm a fan of Sky Return into Tauros a lot of times because it takes the damage shaman off the field, and it's almost like you're throwing the Tauros into the fight and trying to force something out of your opponent. So
we keep talking about how tricky and how hard it is to play around the Tauros.
Yeah, Tauros.
It seems a little foolish that he didn't bring it up to continue having him play around. Oh, okay, we got a decent
double,
choice, but he's
and
going
there's
for
the
it.
band.
See, now maybe Zealy ended up being right because now he is just he has it all. So maybe Zealy played it all. He knew he had the premonition. You know?
Yeah, maybe. There are a lot of reads in Pokemon. A lot of unspoken,
a lot of
nonverbal cues.
Yeah, little things you can pick up on, like ticks of the mouth, size, stuff like that. Where your opponent isn't really in the best situation they want.
All right,
there's
so
the rough seas.
We're gonna see him use the Brooklet Hill first, just to look through his deck. Didn't grab the Vulpix, although I think there was one there, and he's gonna replace the Brooklet Hill with rough seas. Go down to 30 damage on this Ninetales. He's just gonna take the knockout. So Ben's down to 2. Zealy has to end here, and I think Ben is probably gonna win now. I think I don't really see how this Ninetales goes down. It looks like Zealy throws his hands. Yeah, Ben has the Sycamore in hand. All he needs is just a simple water energy, not even a double colorless, because these are the last 2 prizes. It doesn't matter if he's left with 1 water. The game will be over. So
I believe he's probably just gonna go for it. He's counting up the trainer, so if he misses it.
He's gonna mention the mana fee just in case.
Well, he does have a free turn because there are no Trubbish on the
There it
board,
is.
so it's
Any
gonna go up to
energy
6.
will, and Ben Sock will be the second Nick Bailey Open champion.
All right, and
There's the
there
water,
it is.
and that's it.
And congratulations to Ben Sock, the second
Wow.
Nick Bailey Open champion.
What a performance by
That was
Ninetales.
very, very well played by both sides. Ninetales showing incredible strength through this whole tournament.
Yeah.
Andrew Mahone ended up playing it with
Decidueye Vileplume.
the
Yeah, he had the
Decidueye
2/2 line.
Vileplume in this just straight Ninetales deck. I look with the mana for the water box, maybe if we want to call it that. Ended up showing to be very strong throughout the weekend. Ben, the only trainers Ben was really playing all weekend to avoid Garber with the water patches, Versiers, things that are just going to actually help him out a lot. You know, things that aren't just going to give him a little bit of leverage. Just big trainers always. You know, the format's made around a lot of like trainers like trainer mail and things like that, you know, to help you get things, but it's really just fueling the fire of the trash land. So
Yeah.
Ben has a very good list for this format, it looks like.
Oh yeah, I didn't
well.
really see many errors in Ben's list. It was clean. I mean,
It's very clean. All the plays were very well done, very well thought out, I feel.
yeah, no shame in EX. That's one thing to note.
Very big, yeah.
He was playing 2 Tapu Lele, I believe. So, no easy buckets, as we like to say.
No easy prize cards there at
Rough
all.
Seas, Ice Path GX. I mean, Ben was making his opponents work for it
He was.
the whole day, and it worked out for him. I mean, he's the winner. Congrats to him.
Congrats to Michael Zealy.
Yeah, what was that? Zealy, that was a great performance by him
Yes.
too. Zealy's been playing forever. He hasn't been as active
So
as he
is
used to
Ben.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ben's
Ben's
been
been
so long.
around.
Yeah.
These guys have both been around for a while, so
Yes.
it's nice to see them, you know, get wins that, or I mean, their respective wins, right? Getting
Yeah.
second,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a win
yeah.
in itself. So
Absolutely.
it's nice to see these guys do well because you know they've played for years and they've put in the work. So, yeah. What an event!
Well, yeah, great. I had a ton of fun. I hope everyone here had fun. It looks like everyone was happy, smiling, seeing everyone's faces, you know. Just Pokemon at its best, you know, just mingling around, being with the people you care about, spending time together. That's all it's really about at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah.
Win or lose or tie. You're just really here to have fun. We're all glad that we sat here and expressed our opinions on the game.
Yeah.
And everything was awesome.
I mean, I only got to hop in here for just one game, and
Hey,
you know, it's.
It's fun, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Again, shout out to In the Zone Card Games
Yeah, thank you
for
for
hosting
hosting.
this
Great
wonderful
event, honestly.
Honestly, very nice, very nice. Great place here. The staff is very nice, very tip top. Honestly, shout out to